You need to concentrate really hard on this video.
I'm Greg.
I'm Julie, and we're the Crafty Winers.
So there are going to be cases where you want to sweeten something with juice and you don't want to dilute it, and you want a lot of flavor to go along with the sweetening, with the sweet flavor they're adding. And the way that you can do that, all of those things, is with concentrate.
But you don't always have concentrate sitting around.
Correct. A lot of kits, most kits, come with concentrate for the wine juice. But what if you don't have concentrated wine juice? What if you have wine juice? Or
Just juice.
You could do it with, it could be apple cider or any kind of juice that you want to make stronger flavor, sweeter flavor, and not dilute your drink as much as what a full strength juice would do.
Right.
So today we're going to show you what we do. And we are using juice from the fine people at Walker's Wine Juice.
Yes, we are.
So their juice, if you watch we have two other currently Walker Wine Juice videos. One is Edelweiss and one is Gewürztraminer. And we explain all about their juice, but to kind of give you an overview, this is full strength juice. This is not concentrate. So you don't add water to it when you make wine. It's important to not add water to it when you make wine. So this comes in a nice little pour spout. We really like the containers. We really like the juice. This is great stuff.
And they can get it at walkerswinejuice.com.
Yeah.
And we'll put that up for you.
So we've already made 2 gallons of this Edelweiss. And we also made another batch of concentrate from this juice, and this is how much we have left over. So this started as 2.5 gallons. The 2.5 gallons that comes from Walker's is really cool.
Somebody's talking.
Are we talking already?
It's not even close to dinner time.
What did you say?
Now she's sneezing. Where's Pippin at?
Pippin's prowling.
Does Pippin want a treat? I bet you I can get it over here. Oh,
There
there
she
she
is.
comes. Stop pulling at me.
Just pull my microphone up.
Okay. All right, wait, hold on. Hold it. Hold it. No cheating. No cheating. No cheating. You gotta sit pretty. There you go. Good girl. Sit pretty. Good girl. Okay.
Hopefully we got the corgis out of the way for this session. The last time we recorded, they ended up taking over the whole session. So
It was Corgi Day.
So the key with making concentrate is that you don't want to heat it too fast or you'll burn it, and that burn taste can get into your drink. So you've got to be kind of patient.
Yep. And we aren't usually.
So we've got this little induction burner. It's nice for doing the video. It's actually nice otherwise, but you can use a stovetop. So you don't have to have one of these. We also have a pan that we bought just for this purpose. It's a KitchenAid. Came off Amazon. Say 1 quart. 1 quart or 1 liter? I think it's 1 quart. It is 1 quart.
1 quart stainless steel.
It's just a regular pan, except it's got lines in the middle, and the lines make it really nice because we're wanting to go down to 1/3 of whatever we start with. So if we want to end up with 4.5 ounces, which is what we usually use in a gallon, then you'd want to start with around 13.5 ounces of juice. And then we're going to heat it until it concentrates down to around 4.5. You don't have to be exact with this either. It's kind of pointless to be exact because the whole winemaking thing is not exact.
It's not exact, no. And we're actually not shooting for 4.5 in this particular case, right? Because we want to use up the juice.
No, just because of the time. The more juice you use, especially since this is refrigerated, the longer it's going to take to concentrate. So we're going to demonstrate what we normally do, which is going to be starting with around 32 ounces and ending with around 10. That's what we normally do, and that gives us concentrate enough for 2 batches.
Yeah.
You always want to have a little bit more than you think you're going to need. So if you think you're going to need 4.5, do at least 5. But in this case, we're going to do 10. So we can probably do 2 batches with it.
So,
So
That's why I have
again,
this
we
water
have the
here.
pan, and we'll talk about how we're going to use this pan with the marks in it. But if you don't have a pan with marks in it, we're going to show you how you can still get by. No, this is the amount of concentrate we want to end up with.
Yeah, so this is 10 ounces.
So she's going to pour 10 ounces of water into the pan. I get the honors?
And he's going to pick his teeth.
And I'm gonna do toothpicking on my video today. So what I'm gonna do is put the toothpick in here to measure how high the water is in this particular pan, and then I'm gonna take it out and mark it.
And this is how we did it before we got this nifty little pan.
So I put a mark all the way around this, and the mark will come off if you soak it in water. So you want to leave it out of the water now. But this now is your gauge for knowing how much you want the wine to concentrate down to. So I'm going to pour this water out real quick, and I'll give you an idea what I'm talking about. Today is one of the only days you don't need to really worry about star sand so much, because we're cooking this enough that it's going to kill anything that's in my pan. So we didn't even worry about
Well,
star sand.
this was.
Yeah, that's been star sand. So now I'm going to put around 32 ounces of juice in my pan, and I'm going to do that. We could do that with the measuring cup.
Yeah.
And I suppose we could. The 16 twice. We'll go ahead and do that for your benefit.
That's easy.
There's 16. It's going to be full.
Yeah, it is.
This is the first time we've used the measuring pan,
Yeah.
so we didn't rehearse this before.
We used the toothpick method last time.
in a much bigger pan.
Yeah.
This will be fine though. We're not boiling it, so it's not going to boil over.
Oof.
Yeah, that's nice and full. But see, there's just that much left, and it's kind of a shame to waste that. Do you want to try to put the rest of it in there?
I don't know. It's pretty full, but you can try. But like you said, we aren't boiling it, so it shouldn't go anywhere.
Now the trick is that we're going to be recording other videos after we get this started, and then come back to you.
So we won't be watching it.
I'm going to have to move this to another location without spilling it. So we'll see how good I am at that. She'll tell you. So now what we want to do, and this is more than 32 ounces, so now we're talking that we're concentrating this more than what I told you, but we want to concentrate, we want to heat this until the level is down to where that mark is on our toothpick. That'll actually be less than a third in this case, so we may not let it go all the way down because we put more than 32 ounces in. That was probably around 40 ounces that we put in here. So we'll go down to about, what the pan tells us is about a quarter when we get down to the quarter mark. But otherwise we could use this toothpick, and what I'll do is just, I'm not going to put it in there until I think it's close, but I put my toothpick in, and as soon as it gets close to that mark, I know that I'm close to my concentrate level. And our temperature that we like to do this on is 180. So on this particular induction cooktop, which I will link in the description below,
it has a temperature on it, so that is kind of cool.
Yeah,
Your stove's not going to have that.
Stovetop, you'll have to use a thermometer, and we do have
We got this.
this thermometer, and this will give us a little nice point of reference. This juice right now is 50.7 degrees when we're starting it. It's already moving a little bit. 51. So,
And of course, you don't have to have a fancy one of these. We just like it. You can use an old school thermometer or a digital thermometer,
you can do
whatever
it
you
without
want.
a thermometer. Just make sure you're not
Stop
you're not
it before
boiling it,
Yeah.
and you want it to be just a little bit of steam that it's releasing. You want this to be a slow cook, not a boil, not anything
Just
close
like
to a boil or a simmer.
right underneath a simmer, so that it's not bubbling, but it's steaming pretty.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can see there's a lot. We've got a lot of liquid to go through, and I'm expecting this with this amount. It's probably going to take 4 hours. So
Yeah, probably.
this is going to be, it's late afternoon right now. It's going to be mid-evening by the time this is done. So don't be in too much of a hurry, or again, you can end up with a burnt taste in the concentrate, which can translate into your wine.
AKA, don't be hasty.
Don't be hasty.
I just
Yeah.
love that line.
We know where that came from.
Yep.
So we're gonna move this off to the side, record some other videos, and probably eat dinner and do a bunch of other stuff while we're waiting for 4 hours to go by, and then we will come back. Okay, well, I had a good birthday dinner. We've been away from this for about 4 hours. Actually, 3.5 hours.
3.5, yeah.
And it was 180 degrees the whole time. And you can see that it's not quite down to the toothpick, but we started with about 40 ounces instead of 32. We filled this all the way to the top. So maybe you can't see you probably can't see the toothpick, but this is, it's about a third.
Yeah, it is.
So that's concentrated enough. Now there's some floaties in there, and I think that's fairly normal. I noticed it last time, maybe not as thick as this, but this is going to go into the fridge, and then the floaties will go to the bottom of it. And if the floaties bother you, you can just siphon the liquid off of them. So I'm going to grab the measuring cup. I don't think this is going to be too hot to pour into it. So here's our measuring cup. This is 180 degrees, but I think I'm safe doing this.
It's Pyrex. You're good.
So yeah, we were probably filling this to the top. It's probably like 42, and it's about 14 now. So we could have probably gone a little bit longer, but
Probably. But
it's
it's thick and you can smell it. It smells like it.
it's very
It's concentrated.
Very concentrated. Yep. So mission accomplished. So this will be a lot sweeter than the juice started off, and it's definitely has more flavor. And this is definitely the way that you're going to want to back sweeten a drink rather than just putting sugar in it, because this also adds flavor.
Yeah.
So you can be creative. You can use a different juice than what the wine is that you're back sweetening, and kind of make a blend.
Yeah.
And that's
Actually, what we're going to do with this, I think.
since we don't have any more of this actual juice.
Yeah, we're out of Edelweiss now.
So this Edelweiss concentrate will go into probably another white wine.
Probably a Pinot Grigio, because I'm not real. They just don't have a lot of flavor, and I'm not a huge fan. So we always end up flavoring it somehow.
Right. So it's an easy process. We didn't know how to do it. Hopefully this has taught some people how to do it that didn't know either. And so there you go.
Thank you all for watching another one of our videos. I hope this was useful information. It is kind of good to know how to make your own concentrate instead of having to buy it all the time. And you can do this with any kind of juice you could think of. Cranberry, apple, pear, pineapple.
Great.
I could go on. Yes, and grape. Well, this is grape. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And if you have, we appreciate you guys very much. And until next time, cheers!